Lesson 9.2, Angles in Radian Measure. Our essential question, how do you draw angles in standard position? Find coterminal angles and use radian measures. There are 3 problems left on the page for independent practice. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at those. I'm given a degree measure. So I have negative 40 degrees, and I am being asked to convert it into radians. If degrees is what I have, and degrees is what I want to get rid of, that meant that's what goes in the denominator. When we're doing our unit and conversion, we're always referring 180 degrees as being the same as pi radians. So multiply my fractions straight across. I have negative 40 degrees times pi radians all over 180 degrees. So degrees in the numerator, 1's out with degrees in the denominator. So I have negative 40 pi radians. Radians is the unit of measure, so we're just dividing by 180. So negative 40 pi divided by 180 is negative 2 pi all over 9, and radians is our still unit of measure. Next one, there is no degree, and I see a pi, which means that this is in radians. So I have 5 pi all over 4 radians, and I need to multiply that by a special conversion unit. If radians is what I have, then radians is what I want to get rid of, so it goes in the denominator. Our unit of conversion fraction always says that pi radians is the same as 180 degrees. So multiplying straight across, I have 5 pi radians being multiplied by 180 degrees all over 4 pi radians. So radians in the numerator, 1's out with radians in the denominator. Pi in the numerator, 1's out with pi in the denominator. So I have 5 times 180 degrees in my numerator, and I just have a 4 in the denominator. So simplifying 5 times 180 divided by 4 gives me 225, and degrees simplifies down to a degree symbol. This last one's a little different. There's not a degree sign, and this is not a typo. If there's not a degree sign, that means this is in radians. If this is in radians, then where is my pi? It looks like they multiplied pi into the problem. So if I wanted to factor pi out of this, that meant I needed to divide this by what pi was. We know pi to be 3.14. So if I rewrote this as 3.14 times, what would have that been? That would have been a negative 2. This would have been the same as this. This is pi. So we're going to rewrite this as a negative 2 pi. So this is in radians. So I have a negative 2 pi radians, and I want to convert it into a degree. So if radians is what I have, I need to get rid of the radians, which meant the denominator had to be radians. Our conversion fraction says pi radians is the same as 180 degrees. So multiplying my fraction straight across, I have negative 2 pi radians multiplied by 180 degrees all over pi radians. Radians on the numerator and radians in the denominator want each other out. Pi in the numerator and pi in the denominator want each other out. So I have negative 2 times 180 degrees, which simplifies down to a negative 360 degrees.